Hello, and welcome to another episode of Multiblock Madness, where today I'd like to finish setting up excavators, as well as maybe get started on that applied energistics system I've been talking about. Okay, so we found an osmium vein. We also found a copper, galena, and uranium. These are all really good, but I think I'm going to go with osmium. Primarily, so, hold on. Primarily so we can get, well, platinum, I suppose. This does have a little bit of gold as well. We're already getting gold. We're already getting osmium technically, but I want that platinum. Uranium's handy. Copper's nice. I'm just gonna roll with this guy, I think. So let's F9 here to see chunk borders. I kind of want to flatten this out a little bit. Let me see what I can do. There we go. Just filled in the bottom a little bit with some gravel. Nothing too pretty, but then again, it doesn't really have to be. Seeing as how we're probably never going to see these. So we'll drop some power in. We'll put it to out. Use card 8. Whack this. Oh, we already did that. Ender chest. That was the thing. Ender chest. And there we go. We are now getting platinum. That is 100% chance. I might ender tank some lubricant dealios, but I'm not really sure if I want to do that. Anyway, that's actually going to be it as far as resource generation goes. We're using about 12,000 a tick right now to run all these, but I mean, we're also getting a lot of resources, so I think we just need some iron radiator blocks. Yep. I think 3 is fine. I mean, it'd be nice to have, say, redstone or something, but we don't really need it. Okay, so I just realized to move my mic away, so it's a little bit quieter if I were to guess. That's probably better. So if I wasn't playing with Hua, we wouldn't be running on a server, and a lot of things would be different. So, namely lag. But you know what? That's all right. Because, man, tell you what, the perks of playing with someone who actually plays on a large scale is pretty great. Look at this. We don't need these, but you know what? We absolutely will. That's handy. Anyway, let's see what our next step is going to be. So I still would like to get, well, a lot of stuff up and running. Namely, Ae and the 3D crafter. Advanced big item filters. Nice. Simulation chamber. Hey, we have access to that now. Advanced rocketry, we technically have access to. Ooh, almost we have the advanced assembling machine. I mean, I can't believe we're here without autocrafting. Definitely not what I would recommend people, that's for sure. Got a lot of things we can do, including nuclear. So I'm thinking, well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I actually have to chunk load those. So I also kind of have to do some drawer stuff. Man, this is weird to have this completely empty like that. And then have that be what we use. So I guess the question is, do I want to ore process this or not? Like, I mean, do I want to just run it through a furnace? Or do I want to at least try and double it? I mean, I could also get, you know, byproducts, which is kind of fancy. I could actually get this industrial grinder right now. Then I would get, you know, these. If I crush her to get that, I think, well, let's see. Mineral sizer is 3x. But again, if it's infinite and a server, then low-key whatever, I suppose. The pulverizer is also not a bad plan. Maybe we'll do just straight up pulverizer into furnace. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna... I was kind of planning on having this be the... everything coming into the network ender chest. But now that I'm realizing it, I feel like I think this should be the... Alright, that's not going to work either, because it has to be specifically what it can use. I wonder if this can pull only what it can. But let's say that it can pull coal. Like, let's say, you know, it doesn't pull this, but let's say it pulls coal. Then we're at... where is it? Pulverizer. You know, can this be smelted? Well, I guess, sorta. Well, anyway, I'll figure out what to do with this, and I'll be back. Alright, I've got a... you could call it a system. It's quite possibly the worst, because it doesn't actually do anything right now. I'm just storing them until we can deal with them later. Basically, the idea is to have this ready for when we finally decide to move over the applied energistics. But yeah, there's a material. These all are maxed, upgrade, voided. So this will just keep running for as long as it takes. I'm not exactly sure what the stack limit is. Huh. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit. Eventually we'll just pull out the ores that we need to and process them. Odds are next time that we look at this, we'll be in the thousands. So not too concerned. Honestly, I feel like we got a pretty good spread. I would not mind copper, silver, lead. We can totally afford that power-wise. It's just a question of whether we need to or not. So let me check how much time is left for this episode, and I'll be back. Alright, so I did a small upgrade. Advanced storage remote. This is the cross-dimensional remote. This will make it a little bit easier to do the things I need to do here. Which are going to include some things like rebuilding all of our machines, building a 3D crafter. I do have the ore set up here, which is cool, but what I'm going to do right now is try and set up some autocrafting here, as well as make some progress to make it easier for when we finally do move. I've got a simple, I think this is how you set up subnets. Essentially, these networks are not connected. The P2Ps come out into this controller, these controllers I should say, which means that if I have a cable here, it's connected to whatever's on the input side of the P2Ps. I'm pretty sure I did this right, but I'll just keep you posted if I did it wrong. Anyway, I'm going to craft some machines, maybe craft some patterns up, get some storage so I can actually, you know, do stuff, because that would be cool. And yeah, let's see. So if this is the network I actually want stuff on, what I need is a P2P with stuff. So I'm pretty sure, let me see if I can just do this real quick. In theory, I can do, well, I don't even need a P2P really. I can just have it connected to, okay, so let me think about this. Yeah, I haven't really used subnetworks that much, but I'm pretty sure basically all you do is, you've got a P2P that comes out basically wherever you want it. So like, let's say I want terminals and stuff to be here. I want them to be connected to a P2P. I'm going to space it out 1. Well, let's add that for now too. So like in theory, all I should do is something along the lines of, right, this will be P2P. So P2P. Now this gets linked. And I'm doing this on camera because, well, it's probably going to be fun to watch me mess this up. So I think this is all you do. No? Yeah, copy and then paste, right? Why does it? Maybe you copy that and then paste here? Maybe that. Why is it? Why am I struggling to link this? It's because I have to do it on the bottom. Nope. That's actually not correct. It's not missing a channel. Well, I didn't actually expect to run into a problem here. It's powered, it's unlinked. So if I set that, then I can paste it there, but it's still 0. I seriously feel like I've done this before. Right? I swear I've done this before. Maybe someone knows why this isn't working. That's pretty bizarre. Anyway, let me see if I can mess with this and I'll be back. Okay, we are back, and it's actually been about 2 weeks since my last clip. I have been a busy boy. Real life stuff keeps happening, and well, it's pretty important. So, that's what I've been working on. As far as the P2P thing goes, I did actually figure it out. It was the version of Applied Energistics. Apparently has a server-side only bug. Maybe it's just with the combination of mods I have. I'm not really sure. But either way, I downgraded Applied Energistics, the prototype version, Ae2 trousers, and it seems to work. So essentially, now my server's causing issues. So you just shift right click to make a new configuration and right click to paste. It's that simple. I was not doing anything wrong. It just, well, decided to be finicky with that version. So I'm going to create a little ME system here, and I'll be back. Well, decided to move the map to a single player world. Hugh has been busy with Factorio recently anyway, so this should give me time to record in a non-lag environment. Well, hopefully the server decides to stop acting up. He hasn't been able to connect either, so it's pretty much just been inactive lately. So anyway, I decided my first goal is going to be the 3D crafter. If you haven't seen the recipes before, I'll try to pop back in for some of this stuff. I also would like to automate as I go. So like, for example, the aluminum plates, I'd like to automate aluminum as well as plates. So we have a compactor at the main base, but I'm going to be crafting new of pretty much everything. I did make a bunch of machine frames. There they are. Wait, they all got used? Well, that might be a little more difficult than I expected. That's fine, though. We have a lot of platinum, so. I wonder what they all got used on, because I made a good half dozen at least extra. Anyway, no big deal. So the plan right now is to build the, what's it called? The 3D crafter while automating everything along the way. Obviously, except the stuff that, we can't automate until we have the 3D crafter. Yeah, so I'll be back once I've got started on that. Just setting up a little compacting drawer for iron. Not exactly what I meant to do. Maybe I gotta put in the nuggets. Let's find that out, eh? There we go. Okay, cool. And the reason I'm doing this is so that I can just not have to craft them. Not exactly sure how much anuri I need. But I'm doing this so that I can make casings. Anyway, I'll keep crafting stuff up, and I'll be back. Just decided to make the danknol. This is one of the few recipes you cannot make in the 3D crafter, so I'm gonna steal these guys instead of making a new set. But if I ever do need another craft in here, I'll probably just, well, make a new set for this. For now, though, steal them. Moving this actually serves a double purpose. I can actually still craft with it not quite set up. So I will do a few of these and yeah, keep going. Was able to get 4 crafted with the material I had on hand. So I'll use one of these for a induction smelter for sure. And then I'll use one of them for a fluid transposer, and then another one for magma crucible. So I can easily melt I can do the combo. That'll give me 1 extra. So I might do a second compactor. That's not what I was trying to do. With a gear working die, so I can have 1 for plates and 1 for gears. That sounds pretty good. It's honestly a little weird just having everything on hand. That took me like 20 seconds. I do still need power. Alright, so I decided to try a little something called Ae2 Fluid Crafting. This mod is actually a lot easier to use than it looks like. That being said, it's, well, still not super intuitive. So let's place our fluid discretizer, which essentially says, hey, you can use fluids like their items. And then a fluid pattern terminal. The fancy thing about this is that it can do recipes such as this aluminum ingot. Okay, sometime I'll learn how to click. And it uses energized glowstone. So I can say, boom, that's a pattern with fluid. And the reason I'm doing this is literally only because I want to. I could easily set up, and I was about to set up a system where it uses the whole melting it on site trick, which it might be easier, to be honest. But because I haven't done the fluid crafting yet, I wanted to try it. So that's what we're going to do. So here we go. Let's see how this works. I also moved the interfaces to the back and the power to the bottom. Primarily because it was either power on the back or on the bottom. And I figured that I might want to access the interfaces without having to dig into this all the time. So anyway, what we're going to do is magma crucible. No, fluid transposer. These are fluid transposer recipes. We're going to set this to auto input, or input and output the back. And then we're going to say we're going to actually set all of these. I think, if I remember right, red print. Yes. So I think what you can do is, and then, yeah, there we go. I wonder if you can do it between things. Like say I do the top blue. What if I can do, no. Doesn't work like that. Okay. Just checking, just checking. Anyway, so yeah. The patterns just work like that. Put the item in. Now for this, let's do a couple more patterns here. Resonant Ender is a magma crucible recipe, like so. And then Lumem is glowstone. Glowstone is not that. Right? Right. Yes, 4 Lumem equals. All right. So, right. So glowstone equals that, and that is that. Okay. So now we put these into the magma crucible. I think we actually need to export to a fluid interface. So we're gonna go a dual interface. The EU? Oh, no. EU. Dual may not be one of the words I know how to spell. A. Of course it's A. D-U-A-L. So this dual interface, well, it's a fluid interface and a regular interface. So I need to craft up another one of these. I'll craft up 2, because crafting up 1 is always a bad idea. Now in theory, I only actually need this for the magma crucible, so I can output the fluid back into it. I'll also need some fluid storage. So let's craft up a couple fluid storages. We're gonna just do yeah, we'll do one of these guys. And then we'll just get a new drive. For now, we'll just do 1. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think we might be pretty capped on, not quite, 5. So let me get this going, and I will test it out, and I'll be back. All right, here we go. That's slow. That worked. So we should see the glowstone. Oh man, that is cool. Awesome. That's cool. So there's the tin silver. There's the glowstone. Man, that glowstone is super slow. We're gonna have to speed that guy up. Whoops. Well, I mean, they're both slow. This one's really slow. Oh, that's right. It's one of the machines that gets faster the longer it runs. Yeah, once it's max speed, it's not too bad. Okay, so there's a couple things set up. Don't have a whole lot of patterns yet, but fluid crafting, very cool. Gotta love capsules. As long as you can, you know, do it right. But yeah, I mean, right? What am I doing wrong here? Hmm. No idea. I think I figured it out. I think it might have been my magnet. It actually was. That is kind of humorous. I think that was a small storage crate. Large storage crate. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm just going to put this guy here to drop off my stuff. Been loading up a couple more patterns. Not too many yet. Just the ones that I can do with these machines. I do still need to migrate a few more machines, such as, at least right now, iron rods and dark steel rods. Which these guys are made with the metal press. Not too big a deal. But, well, it will require some more space than we have. I mean, we could put it here or whatever, but we're going to have to deal with building at some point if we're by ourselves in single player. Not really something I excel at, but maybe we'll take the time and figure it out. I mean, how hard can it be? Question mark. Sure is nice to actually be setting up an applied energistic system. It's been quite a while. So relaxing. Just adding recipes. Can just craft stuff automatically. Look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Seriously, it's been like a couple years at this point, is what it feels like. Been working on this pack for, well, not a couple years, but probably about a year and a quarter or so. So yeah, definitely been a while. Find myself crafting more machine frames. A steel sheet metal. Got that on Autocraft. It's kind of funny to be crafting these in like the shell of this this machine. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap up today by kicking off the craft for hardened enderium. See if I got all the recipes. I need, let's see, platinum, lead. Wait, a recipe for that. Obsidian and ender pearl. So I'll add all these, and then we'll be back. Okay, I think I added the missing recipes and added the missing ingredients from my main network. Let's see what we got. Boom. Not too expensive when you look at it all like this. 5 platinum, 20 ender pearls. That's really about it. Just added a couple stacks of pretty much everything. A little bit of melting, a little bit of crafting, a little bit of smelting, a little bit of pulverizing. The induction smelter's got a few recipes to go through. It's making hardened glass. And then it's crushing up, well, it's crushing up the obsidian to make the hardened glass as well as the lead. We'll be able to see our progress here. Once it finishes crushing up this, it'll crush up some lead, then it'll combine it all to make the hardened glass, then it'll fluid infuse it to make hardened enderium glass. There we go, we should start seeing that now. Boom, lead, induction smelter, and then another fluid transposer to make the hardened glass. Man, it feels good to have some good AE going. There's our 40 helios. Probably make a few more of these reception coils. Just getting ready for, let's see, we should start seeing the, oh, that's right, it's a induction smelter craft. There we go. Thought it was fluid transposer for a second. Boom. We are making our Enderium glass. Excellent. Here we go. Got all the glass. Just gonna place it, and we should be ready for, we're almost done with this multi-block. I'm really hoping I set it up right, because I'm kind of doing this from memory. I haven't actually checked. Let's just check real quick. Yep, cool. So now all we got left to do is make the machine vents, but that's going to require the metal press. We don't quite have access to the lathe. I mean, we do technically. It's a lot of crafting, and crafting that I don't want to do right now. So I'm going to save that for next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.